Well, well, well. Mute myself here. What's up, Kyle? See if I can open everything up. Tweet it out. So much to do when you start one of these things. So much to do. I guess I should probably... Let's watch somebody while we wait. Oh, we got Tag McLaren here. I don't think I have him on my list. Why is this not working? Well, this is supposed to work and it's not. Ooh, a little issue with Tag McLaren there. Let's try this again.
Look at that. Look at that baby. He's farting around in his face.
Oh, yeah? Look at it just come right back up. Because it knew where I was. And chat is not working. Fantastic. Fixed one problem and create another. Twitch has been doing this here recently with all kinds of chat problems, at least for me. I don't know about anybody else. Finally, okay. I think we might be ready to do this stream. Maybe. We'll see. What's up, everybody? Friday night. Off-season Friday night. A little bit different, you know. We're not racing NASCAR right now, anyway. Probably won't tonight, actually. My wife's sick, so we'll probably do this, and then I might just hop off and do the husband thing. But right now, why we are here, we don't have any NASCAR to do, so we are here to watch the Elite Racing League and their IndyCar series inside Project Cars. This is round 7 at the Nürburgring. Love this racetrack. Fantastic racetrack. One of the first tracks I can remember ever playing on a video game. Road course tracks, anyways. Because I never was a road course guy. And this track was on a demo disc for the original PlayStation from, like, PlayStation Magazine. Okay? So, I mean, like, going way back. So this was like one of the only games, or one of the only discs that I had, and I played the crap out of Nürburgring. So I'm very familiar with the track. Of course, since then, I mean, we're talking like 98 or something, maybe even farther back. Since then, they've adjusted the track a little bit. The layout has changed a touch, but still, very, very nice track. What's up, CJ? How's it going, man? My new forward bite, brother. check and see what we got right here. Practice times. Qualifying should start in about 10 minutes, I think. Right now, we are looking at Tag McLaren, who is the quickest by 0.4 of a second over Chad Baseball. Speed 99 Max in third, who is a full second back. Relax Me in fourth. Now Plus Ultra, fifth. Going all the way down through. Looks like there's still some guys trying to work this out, because we have got a full 5 seconds between first and 11th right now. So clearly, guys just getting going. Getting antsy to start season 2 of NASCAR. I'm with you. I'm ready. I mean, we could do it tonight. I don't care. I'm ready. Kyle, of course, is now part of Forward Bite Next. 2 Forward Bite teams being fielded in the PRL this year, or this season, I should say. So plenty of excitement coming once we get that going, but that's still a couple of weeks off. I think preseason is next week, but I don't know that I'll be doing preseason. We'll have to see. I might be doing this because I have a lot of fun doing this, but we'll see. Beautiful, beautiful Dallara chassis. Old style Dallara chassis, standard aero kit. No Chevy or Honda differences here. Everybody's got the same stuff tonight. This was the car that was developed developed by IndyCar and Dallara together, tested by the great Dan Weldon. Nicknamed the DW12. Forever remembered. IndyCar, of course, one of the greatest series in the world, one of the closest as far as competition goes. So much fun to watch. Look at Nile Plus Ultra. He's got 3 laps in. Let's watch him a little bit. He's only got 3 laps in here, but he is getting quicker every single time out. Let's see some of these guys. Just give you a little rundown here. Okay. The points as of right now, like I said, this is race 7. The points break down like this. Nile Plus Ultra is your points leader right now by 6 points over Relax Me. And Nile Plus Ultra doesn't even have a win, okay? Relax Me's got 2 wins, but Nile Plus Ultra has been so consistent that he has landed himself at the top of the ERL heap right now. You are looking at 5 podiums. 5 out of the 7 races, this man right here has been 1, 2, or 3. Well, 2 or 3. We know he's not won a race. So, very, very close. Only 6 points separate the two. Nile Plus Ultra still looking for that first win of the season, but he's been so consistent that it has kept him on top. 2 poles from Nile Plus Ultra, so he started first twice. Still looking for that first victory. I'm sure tonight he's hoping that lands his way. Like we said, Relax Me with 2 wins is 6 points back. Speed 99 Max is 20 points back with 1 win. Speed's win came at Imola, which was the last race, round 6. So he is coming off of a win. Here he is in the garage. He is coming off of a win, looking to make it 2 in a row tonight. So Speed 99 Max, who is running pretty quick right now, 38.4. Still, yeah, really, I say pretty quick, but really there's only 2 running really quick, and then there's a big gap. So it's kind of interesting right now. Tag McLaren and Chad Baseball are on their own right now. Hopefully these guys get everything sorted out. It is a 40-lap race. I'm not sure what they're doing with fuel, so it's possible that some cars are practicing with a full fuel load, whereas some are practicing in qualifying trim. So we'll have to keep close eye on that. 40 laps tonight around the Nürburgring. So this is no chump change race. This is going to be a long race. It's going to test the consistency of the drivers. It's going to test them as far as tire saving, maybe even a little fuel saving. There's going to be a lot to be had here from this race here. But like we said, Speed 99 Max, 3rd in points. Chad Baseball in 4th, 32 points back. and I believe he's tied with a couple other drivers there at 32 points back. Chad Baseball still looking for his first win of the ERL IndyCar season, but he does have 2 poles to his name. So let's take a look at the full list here, because we have quite a few drivers here. Tag McLaren, who is not on my list. Not sure where he hails from. I know we've seen him before in that Elite Racing League 100th race. What's up, K-Dog? But I'm not sure where he hails from. Chad Baseball, of course, part of that PA posse, Pennsylvania, United States of America. We got Senna in here. Senna is from the Netherlands. Immen, Netherlands, I believe that's how it's pronounced. Relax Me, which I figured out that I was saying it wrong last week, was saying Rel-X Me. It is technically pronounced Relax Me. So Relax Me is from Wisconsin in the United States of America. We got Krabs here from Illinois. I don't see Frankie. I was surprised. I was thinking we'd see Frankie here tonight, but we're not going to see Frankie. Now Plus Ultra is an American. Doesn't say where he hails from in America. We got Dirtier Dancer from Ontario, Canada. Dirt Racer 88X, of course, was very quick the other night from Nebraska, United States. Let's see who else we got here. No Chaos Spun tonight. No Dan. We got Renee. I don't have Renee on my list. Speed 99 Max is from British Columbia, Canada. No Devil Boy Ace yet. I'm sure we might even see a couple. Doot also not here right now, but we might see a couple of these boys pop in here before we start the race. Just have to see how it shakes out. Right now we got 11 drivers, which is plenty of a field here for sure. You're only going to get a max of 15 because I'm here taking up a spot. So 16 player max lobby here in Project Cars. Let's see here. Looks like Race Control just joined up. How's it going, Chad? Let's see what else we can find here. Here's Renee FML. Beautiful car there. Got some really nice looking paint jobs for these Indy cars. Nobody running the James Hinchcliffe car tonight though, which is a beautiful car too. Surprised that. But we're gonna hang out here. We've got a lot of racing action to come. If you weren't here Tuesday night for the Elite Racing League Formula C race, which has a lot of these drivers. A lot of these drivers do the Formula C and the IndyCar series. We saw some fantastic racing action at Imola. I mean, unbelievable. There, at one point, Chad Baseball and Doot were side by side for 5 corners straight, not giving it an inch. I mean, it was amazing. Totally amazing racing, and I fully expect we will see some crazy racing tonight as well. Going to be a little different because instead of 2 races with an inverts, we're talking 1 race, long race. It's going to be a marathon. These guys are going to have to conserve their tires. It's going to be a little different, but no less fantastic, I'm sure. Yeah, CJ was there. Epic night of racing on Tuesday, no doubt about it. I had a lot of fun calling that race. And we'll probably do the same thing next Tuesday as well. We'll probably cover the Formula C for the ERL then as well. So we are at the Nürburgring, very famous race course, German. This is the Grand Prix circuit, which I believe they finished the changes to the Grand Prix circuit in 2002. I think this track was only created in 1984 or 1986. I can't remember which one it was. I know it's right there So mid-'80s was when this track was created. Of course, the Nürburgring is famous not necessarily for its Grand Prix course, but for the Nordschleife, which it's actually the north loop of the full course that there in Germany that runs through the beautiful forests, which actually Sir Jackie nicknamed the Green Hell. Um, One of those tracks that was very challenging, long, daunting, very different corners, banking, bumps, everything, and had such a respect that the winners of the races at the Nürburgring were actually forever known there forward as ringmasters, and it was a huge badge of honor to take a race at the Nürburgring. And actually, there was a lot of disappointment when the Grand Prix circuit was built because a lot of people felt like it was a watered down version of what they had been doing for years. So there were some people that were frustrated that it was broken down into this smaller circuit, which was not basically not a part of the original race course. But it is a beautiful course. Of course, multi-million dollar upgrades throughout the years to house Formula One. I believe it now hosts Formula One every other year because you also have Hockenheim there. So plenty of action seen at this race course for sure. But lap record for this race course held by Michael Schumacher was set in 2004 of 1:29.468. Very, very quick. A little quicker than what we'll see tonight. But, even in all the years past, Formula One has not been able to break that record. Watching Renee, a little bit of an off track there. Kind of scroll through here. Sinistril still trying to put some laps in, trying to find a little bit of time. No, I do not have a copy in Discord. I wonder why. Let's see. Disconnect. Can you hear me? I don't think my Discord is working. Oh, I see the green ring. I am not muted. That's strange. So what's up, guys? How's your Friday going? I know mine was very, very busy. Work took a bit too long for me. Can't actually hear race control for some reason. Not sure what's going on with that. Let's see who's going out. Looks like Relax Me is going to be heading out on the course. A couple other cars there. Somebody's already in turn one. Let's see if we can find him. Start watching these laps tick off. Well, let's check in with Speed 99 Max. Your most recent winner here in the ERL IndyCar series. That's a really nice car. Reminds me of the Texaco cars they used to have, not necessarily in IndyCar, but in NASCAR. Even you might even look back at an old Newman Haas IndyCar there with similar colors. You see Michael Andretti, Mario as well in those. I think that's more or less what they're going for with that paint scheme. But like we said, Speed 99 Max, 20 points back in the championship race with only 4 races to go. This is a very, very important race for him. Would love to make it 2 in a row in the ERL. Let's take a look at these times here, see who clicks them off first. Ooh, a little bit of an issue there. That's unfortunate because it ruined his outlap. Now he's got to start all over. So he has effectively lost 2 minutes from this qualifying session. How's it going, Liezel? Glad you can join us. Everybody be sure to sound off in the chat. We're going to chat it up here as we watch these laps click off. Chad Baseball still looking for his first win of the ERL IndyCar season. Looks like Dirtier Dancer is the only one to get through the first sector so far. Don't think there was any kind of an issue there with blockage. Follow Dirtier Dancer. He's going to be the first one to lodge a lap here. Nice purple race car. Anybody that knows me knows purple's my favorite color. I'm partial. I'll take it. So about 12 minutes worth of qualifying here, and we're going to start this race. 40-lap race. Nürburgring, of course, is the place. Let's take a look at some of these sector times. Dirtier Dancer, one of the quicker ones, but we've got Tag McLaren down 31.1, Nile Plus Ultra 31.7. To see how this all shakes out, but he's going to go provisional pole right now, 146.44. We were seeing times in the 136 range, high 136s. Of course, we got to sort out what's going to happen here. Who was running full fuel loads? Who was running with qualifying loads? So we're going to find out a lot about who's got speed right here. Now Plus Ultra goes to provisional pole, 138.677. Pretty sure that was quicker than what he was doing in practice, but Tag McLaren says no thank you. He's going to follow him right up with a 137.667. Those two cars, the two fastest cars on the track right now, very, very close to each other. This is a very technical track, but you've got a little bit of a straightaway. You're going to get a little bit of a slipstream effect here. So Tag McLaren's in a decent spot. Just got to make sure that he doesn't close up on him too quickly and ruin one of those qualifying laps, because you're not going to get many. Minute and a half. If you come in and pick up tires, you know, you got a little bit of gravel for Tag McLaren. That lap is ruined. It sucked him in. Now he's got to get out of the way of the other car. Those tires are dirty. He's going to have to get them cleaned off and warmed back up. Let's check and see what's going on here. Chaos spun up there in the 140 range. Now Plus Ultra, the only other car to get down in the 38s. Straight through that chicane. Very important to get through that quick. You go down into that corner as fast as any other corner on this track. See what he's got here. 137.557 now. Plus Ultra goes to provisional pole. That's going to put a little pressure on Tag McLaren. So now he's got those tires cleaned off. He's going to go ahead and try to get a quick lap in here. But he knows he's made a mistake. He blew that last lap. You don't know how fast that lap was up to that point. Maybe he had a really good one going, so there could be a little bit of frustration there for Tag. But he is very quick. We saw he was the quickest in practice. Plenty of time here, just as long as he just settles in and starts running his groove. Chaos spun down 139.1. Just crossed the line. Yeah. Relax Me here. Getting ready to come up. Cross that sector 2. 31.4 is his sector 1 time. Speed 99 max down in the 31.1 for the first sector. Tag McLaren with a 30.9. So he might have a really hot one going here. Now Plus Ultra also turning a pretty quick second sector there. Let's see what we going on here. Looks like there was a little bit of passing action there. Not sure if that held Now Plus Ultra up. But we'll see what he can turn here. 137.5. He's going to take that time down a little bit, pull it off the track, probably get him some fresh rubber, and head out again. Let's check and see what Tag's got in this lap. Good sector times. Can he put it all together? Get a 137.6. Clearly there was an issue in that third sector. Maybe cut that corner in that chicane and invalidated that lap. 137.667 is what he's sitting on right now. So if we've got 2 mistakes out of Tag McLaren so far, the pressure might be mounting. He might be a little concerned about what kind of a lap he can turn now. Not a whole lot of time left in this session. 7 minutes left. Really, really good Sector 1 time there, though, compared to what we've seen. He's got the speed. He's just got to put a lap together. It does look good right now. Got to make sure we get through that final sector, though. I don't know, Chad, but what are you thinking? You think Tag's going to put it together and put it on pole here? Yeah, the pressure is on. Anytime you do 2 screw-ups like that and you're on the clock, you know, this is a 15-minute session, so that helps. But I know when I'm in the ESL tournaments and I go out there and I screw a lap up, you're automatically under the gun. That's why it's always important to get a good lap in and then go back and try to push like hell. Because, you know, you can have an entire qualifying session where you don't get a time that you want. Even then, he did take it right there. 136.5 by a whole second. A whole second quicker, Tag McLaren. He felt that pressure and said, I don't care. He did not bother him in the slightest. He put a lap together and has smashed the competition right now. Let's go through the field here. Nile Plus Ultra's back on the track, trying to put something together here. I think this is probably his out lap, so we'll not follow him for a little bit. Speed 99 max, sitting in third right now. Yeah, he ran a much quicker lap than anybody else is doing right now. Relax Me, 138.6. Everybody trying to click those laps off. Chaos Spun coming out of the pits. Dirt Racer 88X, 139.8. A lot of people running quicker than they did in practice, but still a significant gap between the man on top and the rest of the field right now. Renee's got a little bit of competition on this lap, getting passed by the 78 car. Who is the 78? That's Chad Baseball. Those 2 cars not happy with that positioning right now. I don't think there was contact there, but Renee went off the track. Maybe got too much of that curb. Those open-wheel cars don't like a whole lot of that curb. Chad Baseball sitting in 11th right now, probably very frustrated. We know he's quicker than that. Was pretty high up there in practice. Has not got a clean lap in. I want to talk about pressure. He's under it right now. And, of course, he had that car in front of him there, so this lap might not be very good at all. I think Chad's sandbagging. I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, I not necessarily would say that I wouldn't doubt it, but we know he's got more speed there. So there we go, 138.909. He might have got blocked a little bit on that lap, but he did put a good one in, so that's going to take a little bit of that pressure off. But I'm sure he still wants this one to turn out a little better. Go back up to the top. Looks like Tag McLaren's pretty comfortable with that lap. He's not even going to make another attempt. But I guess when you got a whole second on the field, you're feeling pretty good. Now Plus Ultra out here. Looks like he's got enough time to put 2 more laps in. Going to be real close. But we'll see if he can make that happen. Went in, got a fresh set of tires. Firestones in this case. So we'll see what he can do with them. Speed 99 Max is done. He's pretty satisfied with where he's at. Sitting third. You know, it is very important to get a good qualifying time here to start at the front of this field. But like we said, 40 laps tonight, plenty of time. This race could be won off of tire management, period. So you might have the fastest car, but if you run those tires off of that car, you know, sometimes that tortoise wins that race, right? If the, rabbit has a heart attack or anything else like that. You never know. But you got to be there. Very important. Relax me off track and into the fence there. He's going to be done. That's the end of his session. So no higher than 4th for Relax Me. Let's check in with Chad Baseball here, who just clicked off that lap. Moves up to 4th. 137.639, and he says that's good enough. So he pulls it into the pits. 4th for Chad Baseball. Very close between himself and Nile Plus Ultra and Speed 99 Max. Just a 10th of a second there between 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. But still, they got a lot of time to find from Tag McLaren, who is back out on the track. I think maybe he's just practicing something. He might be trying something out, because I don't think he's going to be able to get an official lap here. I'm going to try to do a little something to get Discord to come up for me. You always want race control in your ear, right? Let's see, you got me? I think he can hear me still. Might have to go without race control. So we'll see here. Nile Plus Ultra didn't quite get the lap he wanted the last time. 30 seconds left in this session. What has he got here? He did go quicker. He did go quicker. Dropped it by 3/10. 137.229. He's going to be satisfied there. He's pretty happy. He was able to get a little bit closer. They're still looking for speed, but he knows that he's got a little more there. Was able to make it up. So that is your lineup. Tag McLaren's going to start on the pole. Nile Plus Ultra second. Speed 99 Max and Chad Baseball with Chaos Spun rounding out the top 5. So, Nile Plus Ultra sticking with that season of consistency. Going to start up front. I think we got a 5-minute warm-up here. So we got a little bit of time to talk about this. Find out. Nobody hitting the track yet. Gonna be a good race for sure, definitely. It's gonna be interesting to see if it's the rabbits out there running quick laps that are gonna be looking good, or if possibly some of those guys that are out there running consistent, little conservative laps makes those tires last a little longer and end up coming up with a win there. Strategy gonna be very important here. Do a little note taking here. Dirtier Dancer out there in that purple beauty. Definitely going to be a good one. Chad Baseball sent a message. Said he ran out of gas on the last corner. Thought he had a pole lap, too. So he had a good one going and ran out of fuel coming to the line. So that's not good. So he might have a little more than what we saw there. So we know he's starting fourth. This race going to be a big one. You got at least 4 states represented. We got a couple of people who don't have their information listed. We've got 3 countries, Netherlands, United States, and Canada represented. That's not true, actually, because we also have Nottingham, England's Chaos Spun in this one here. So we got 4 countries and at least 4 states represented tonight. So a diverse field, plenty of fast drivers. So I want to know, guys, shout it out in the chat. What are we thinking? We know Tag McLaren's going to start on the pole. We don't have much information on him right now, but we know he's going to start on the pole. You got your points leader, Nile Plus Ultra, going to follow him to the line. Relax Me starting in the back of the pack, but he's chasing that points leader too. He can't have too much. Can't get those guys, can't lose those guys up front. Speed 99 Max, very quick, starting third. He's fighting for those points battle. Chad Baseball, where's he at? He's down here at the bottom. He's still there. But Chad Baseball said he had a pole lap on and run out of fuel. So you got to tell me what you think before this race starts. Who's going to win this thing? What are you thinking? PDZ, yeah, basically a pack of coyotes. I have 2 dogs. One is a Jack Russell Terrier, and the other, I'm actually blanking on what he is. He's a mutt. He's a little bit of a mix there. He's Cocker Spaniel mostly. But when my children cry, when they throw fits and cry, my dogs will cry with them. And it is the most annoying thing on this earth. It is terrible. It really makes me want to shoot myself sometimes. So you will hear that from time to time. It's funny at first, you laugh about it, and then later, you just want to murder people. One of those deals. But let's see it in the chat. We got 30 seconds left. Who's winning this race? I want to know. I want to know. Chad Baseball, going to get his first win of the year. Nile Plus Ultra, your points leader, looking for his first win of the year. Tag McLaren, the dark horse, on the pole. Speed 99 Max. Is he going to go 2 in a row? Let me know. Who is going to win this race? Take a shot at it. Even if you're wrong, there's no wrong answers. Kyle's calling for Relax Me. PDZ's going for Nile Plus Ultra. Liesl with Chad. So everybody's got a different idea here. Everybody's got a different idea. It could be any of them. Could be any of them. But here we go. 8 seconds away from round 7 of the ERL IndyCar Series. Tag McLaren starting on the pole. I have to start this race, and then I will hop out, and we will do our best to get to the front of the field.
Focus on the lights and try and make up some places here. Keep it clean. Keep your wits about you as well. There's a few crazies out there.
So we are actually going to do a rolling start. It's not a standing start. So it's a little different than what we see in the Formula C series. Kind of caught me by surprise there. You know I don't have race control here. So we're going to see as we go. We'll have to watch out for cautions as well. The ERL, the way they handle cautions, they only call a caution if you have 2 drivers involved in an incident on the lap, they will call a caution and line everybody up manually. But it is... But so if you see a single car crash, you will not see a caution here. But 2 cars get involved, they will line them up, get everybody bunched up, and go back to racing. You see we got 41 laps here, so this rolling start is planned for. You want to see 40 laps of green flag here. These drivers all single file right now, but they are going to double up very soon. Most likely 100-mile-an-hour pace speed. Might slow down when they start doubling up. So we've got call-outs for Relax Me, Nile Plus Ultra, Chad Baseball. Nobody going with the pole sitter, though. Nobody going with the pole sitter. I think CJ, I've not seen CJ pick a driver yet. I'm sure CJ's thanking that guy right there. He's got the fastest car on the track. But that doesn't always translate into wins. But either way, Tag McLaren's going to lead him down here. Lots of beautiful race cars. Ready to rock. So here we go. They're going to double up. And we're going to go racing this time. 40 laps. Nürburgring. The ERL IndyCar Series underway. Looks like Tag's got a good start there. He's got some pressure from behind there. Is that Chad Baseball? Yes, it is. Clean so far. Let's watch everybody come through here. Everybody's tiptoeing, making sure they don't make any contact. That is Chad Baseball, who has settled into third. Nile Plus Ultra there, tailing Tag McLaren. Let's go a little farther back here. Looks like Chad Baseball's taking a look. Not sure what kind of a run he's got. I don't think he's going to poke his nose out yet. You can tell tire preservation is prevalent on their minds right now. We got Chaos Spun working his way up through the field, sitting 5th right now. Ooh, got one car wide there. That's Relax Me. Able to gather it up. Nobody able to get to the inside of him. But you don't see those darting movements. It's going to be some slower laps here. Everybody trying to feel their cars out and see what they got. Was that contact? Did I hear contact? Dirt Racer 88X way back there. It's a little bit of wiggling from him. I don't know if that's connection or what. Sometimes you just hear contact and there's not really anything there. It's just kind of a glitch, but you got to check it out. Ooh, third car way wide. Chad Baseball now under pressure from Speed 99 Max. Left the door open. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to capitalize, however. He's going to follow him through here in this first corner. Very, very tough corner. Downhill, right-hander. That's a corner that's really going to work those tires. You're going to see those guys kind of tiptoe. Looks like CJ's going with the points leader, Nile Plus Ultra. Liesl, yeah, I do plan on watching the Rolex 24. I typically do. That's one of my bucket list races. I want to get down to Florida and actually watch that in person. Just sounds like a lot of fun to have a bonfire and drink a few cold ones while just watching race cars all night long. Go take a nap, wake up, race cars. I mean, how do you beat that, right? But yeah, definitely do. Even watched plenty of the iRacing 24 hours last week. Do enjoy that. So everybody, single file, trying to run their own race right now. Nobody really sticking their nose anywhere that it doesn't belong. We've not seen any contact, no real issues. But we're going to start to see what kind of strategies these guys are running as they click off this lap right here. Look at this. This is really tightening up here for the lead. Tag McLaren, Nile Plus Ultra, Chad Baseball, all of them right there, especially the top two. Looks like Nile Plus Ultra knows that Tag McLaren's got a lot of speed, but he doesn't want him to be able to just sit back and not have to use those tires, so he is pressuring. That last lap ran a tenth quicker than Tag McLaren, but you're seeing 139s. We know these cars have 136s in them, and they are taking it easy trying to conserve those tires. Not sure if we're going to see one stoppers or two stoppers tonight. Maybe you might see guys trying both. Here we got some side-by-side action. Chad Baseball looking on Nile Plus Ultra. I think he's going to have another look coming down into this next corner. Going to think a little better of it. Good passing zone right there. Was not able to make anything happen, and that's given Tag plenty of breathing room right there. See what kind of telemetry we got on him here. Sometimes the telemetry can kind of bug out, but right now it looks to be working pretty good. It even says Firestones, huh? Well, get those G numbers on the IndyCars. CJ's betting one stop. I wouldn't doubt it. Shout it out in the chat. What do you think we're going to see here? We're going to see more two stoppers or one stoppers? I mean, we see they're running 39s. So, you know, if they're trying to save 3 seconds a lap, you might be looking at one stopper. But with that many laps, I might try a two stopper, you know. I just might run the hell out of them tires and try it. Chad Baseball disconnected. Oh, no. That is really, really rough right there. I didn't see him go off track or anything. Some sort of connection issue there for Chad Baseball, which is actually terrible because Chad Baseball is race control for this race. He runs the league and is now out of this race. So wow, that is not good. That is not good at all. So, your driver sitting fourth in points, the winningest driver in ERL racing history, now out of this race. And the man running it, the race control, now gone. So this is the Wild West right here, baby. All these cars still in 139s. Let's take a look. Let's look through the field. We see this race tightening up here for first. But let's look through the field here. You got Speed 99 Max. Now, the recipient of that good luck with Chad Baseball disconnecting. He is sitting on the podium right now. 5 laps into this race. Sitting pretty. Running his race. 39.2. So actually has ran the fastest lap of this race so far. Chaos spun. Sitting in fourth. In the 140 bracket, biding his time. Shades of Aaron Webb. Yeah, no doubt. Aaron and Sean with 2 disconnects. Although I had one myself. He can happen to anybody. That's for sure. Relax Me. Sitting in 5th. We know he started a little farther back. I think he was 7th or 8th. So he's made a couple of positions up. 139.5. That was a 142.9. Some sort of an issue there. I don't think that was what he wanted out of that last lap. Tag McLaren putting down the fastest lap of the race on that last lap. Made about 6/10 on Nile Plus Ultra. We got Renee FML sitting in 6th. He had a horrendous last lap. Not sure what happened there, unless that timing and scoring is bugged. Because that is a lot of time lost. I don't think he would be running 6th if that was true. 2:29.903. I think that's his first lap when they were running the pace lap. So some sort of issue there with timing and scoring. Krob sitting in 7th. 141.8 his time. Got a decent gap there. These guys are a little spread out. All trying to get settled in, run their own race. Dirtier Dancer down in the 143 bracket. He is really, really conserving those tires. Got a little bit of wobbliness from that car. You know, it's always hard to tell in project cars. Is that wobble damage? Could it be connection issues? You know, there's all sort of things. We saw the hose disconnect. You know, anybody is it's possible for anybody at this point. Are we thinking I'm going to move up through the ranks again? We always see me consistently move up through the ranks as the race goes on in any race that I broadcast. You know, sometimes you know, people are crashing, sometimes people are disconnected. Ooh, we've got a little issue there. Dirt Racer 88X has spun in the chicane. Now he's got it gathered up, but he lost a position right there and a lot of time. This is not what he wanted to see. Of course, Dirt Racer, very, very quick racer in his own right. Had a very, very fast car in that Formula C event, but Nürburgring is not treating him well so far tonight. The only other driver we haven't seen so far, Senna, 1442, sitting in ninth. Just got that position, that free gimme position there, as Dirt Racer had his issues. Everybody just trying to settle in, figure out what pace they want to run here for this race. So let's go back up to the front of the field. We got Tag McLaren here. Just turned the quickest lap of the race, 1:38.4. He wanted a little bit of a distance between himself and second place, so he's starting to click off some quicker laps. But we know quicker laps means more tire wear. So is that an indication of what we're going to see? Is he thinking 2 stops? Is he going to hit the pit road twice? Is he going to start running some quick laps? You know, what are we going to see here? Nile Plus Ultra's in the 139, just clicked down to 138.4, which is not the quickest lap because Tag McLaren also brought his lap down as well. So, but those two cars very, very close right now. They are running similar laps. They are pushing each other. Speed 99 Max is also trying to catch those cars. So everybody up front got a different mindset than what we see about 5, 6 on back. It's going to be really, really interesting to see how many pit stops these guys are planning on making right here. You know, you got serious title implications right now. You know, Speed 99 Max sitting in third in the championship. Relax Me, who's only 6 points back of Nile Plus Ultra, really wants to see either Nile have some problems or himself find a little bit of speed, because he can't have this. He can't lose points here with only 4 races left. This is round 7. This is a pivotal moment in this championship. Second place for Nile would be fantastic, but I'm sure that Nile wants to get that first win of the year as well. He's not letting Tag McLaren go. It's not going to happen. He refuses to see that car go off in the distance. Who is setting the pace between these two drivers? This is a strategic chess battle right now. Is Nile putting enough pressure on Tag McLaren? Ooh, was that a little bit of a mistake from Tag? Went a little wider than he wanted to for sure. That gap closed just a touch right there. But is Nile putting enough pressure on Tag to make him push those tires a little harder than he wants? Or is it the opposite? Is Tag so fast that Nile is having to push and get out of his strategy to stay close? Clearly, you could tell that Nile Plus Ultra is not looking for a second place finish. If he was, he would allow a little bit of a gap there to first place. If he said second place is fine, points racing, you know, that sort of a mindset, he would allow that first place car to move out a little bit and set a slower pace. You know, you give that guy a little bit of space, let him get comfortable, then he starts backing it down a little bit. Everybody can save tires. We're all having fun until it gets closer to the end of the race, and then we start turning quick laps. But he's not willing to do that. Second place is not what Nile Plus Ultra is looking for. He wants that first win of the year, so he is pushing Tag every lap. Look at that gap close up. Let's get on board with him here. See how close this actually gets. Beautiful race course there. You see the roller coaster before you get to turn 1. Niles getting through that corner a lot better than Tag at the moment. But like we said, that's a tire corner. That's going to use your tires up there. This is a tough little section as well. A setting sun here at Nürburgring. A little over 3 miles this course. See what we got on the track map here. Dirt Racer 88 left the session. Not a disconnect. We know he was running last, was having some problems. Not sure if he had any damage on that car. A little bit of a slide there. You see a little bit of a slide from your lead car. And Nile Plus Ultra in that slipstream is going to get very, very close. A little peek just to say, hey, buddy, I'm here. Don't forget about me. You see how these cars are spread out, though. You got a couple of battles. Ooh, we got one car that has spun on the course. Looks like Krabs has got back going there, but he had a very, very slow corner. I don't know if you see a little connection issues there. Well, let's get it back up here to the front. Because actually, this two-way battle is turning into a three-way battle. Chaos Spun is catching these two drivers. We call it a chess battle because you have that tire strategy. It's very, very important. Look, okay? We talked about who is setting the pace. Is Tag setting the pace, or is Nile Plus Ultra pushing Tag and setting the pace? Well, Speed 99 Max says, I don't care who's setting the pace. I'm going to run up there as fast as I possibly can, and I'm going to take advantage of both of them. He doesn't care. We know Speed 99 Max can win. Round 6 at Imola, he took the top step of the podium, and here at Nürburgring is looking to make it 2 in a row. You always like them bragging rights. It's good to win one, but if you can win multiples, then you got it. Then you got it. You say, boys, are you even showing up tonight? I mean, next week you gonna try to beat me this time, or are we just gonna am I gonna win everything for the rest of the year? That's what it's all about. But we see him catching up. These two drivers still running very fast laps, mid 38s. But there you go, Speed 99 Max took about a half a second quicker than the last lap time from Nile Plus Ultra, who is still really pressuring the leader. Working lap 12 right now. We just had another disconnection. We are down to 8 drivers in this race. They are dropping like flies out there. I don't know if this is connection based or what, but we are having some issues. We know the host dropped, and more drivers are dropping as we go. Hopefully we don't see more issues. But then again, I might end up with a podium out of this. You never know. No, that's not what I want. Definitely not what I want. Job's with the top 10, yep. Well, we've gotten to the point to where the engine sounds have glitched out now. We've seen this a bunch with this Project Cars spectator mode. Look at Nile Plus Ultra, really, really stalking him now. Tag McLaren's got a mirror full of him. Ooh, he's going to poke out to the outside. Tag was going a little slower than he wanted there. Don't want to lose that front wing. It's good to put some pressure on, but you lose that front wing, all of a sudden that pressure looks a little silly. And that'll change your pit strategy up a lot. Tag takes a much wider line there coming out of that corner than Nile Plus Ultra, who tries to stay right there in the black. Ooh, but he's a little wide there. Was not what he was looking for. He's going to give Tag a little bit of breathing room. Lost a lot of time there. CJ pulling for Niles. Everybody's picked their racehorse, so they want that horse to get up there and do what they bet on, you know. No money in on this one, but even bragging rights for us watching. Let's see what kind of laps we got here. 38.1 looks to still be the quickest lap, run by Speed 99 Max. Still trying to catch up to Nile Plus Ultra. Similar gap between first and second as there is between second and third. We are getting close to the point to where anybody on a two-stop strategy would want to start pitting right now. So we're going to learn a lot here in the next couple of laps. If somebody is thinking about running quicker laps and getting fresh tires, or if we're going to be looking at a one-stop race. They're still running some pretty consistent laps. So we're not seeing a whole lot of drop-off there. So I think we might be right. CJ put it out there in the chat that he's thinking one stop. I think CJ's on the money. I think these guys are going to try to make it in one stop. Big thing about that is, though, you got to make sure that you don't have too many moments. You don't want to lock the brakes up and cook those tires and then cause issues. Accelerate that tire wear as well, because you can get these tires too hot and cause serious problems. Second pick is working the way up the leaderboard. Yeah. I always finish better than I start in these races. They can't all make the finish, can they? Everybody a little farther back. Same positioning that they've been in. Chaos Spun running fourth. Relax Me. Trying to get up there. He's running some good laps. He's got a 38.997, but not quite enough to close that gap. He needs to. The points battle demands it. Krob's hanging in there in sixth. Senna 14.42. Trying to work his way up. Getting those curbs too. He's using it. Using as much space as this track will allow. Dirtier Dancer. Bringing up the rear but holding on. Gotta believe in the purple car. You gotta believe. So let's see here. Nile Plus Ultra just lowered his fastest lap of the race. He's trying to get back up there and put more pressure on the leader. Things have kind of spread out a little bit. It got a little too comfortable. He said, all right, let's shake things up. Check our telemetry, see if we still got it. Not quite. Nile Plus Ultra just ran a really good first half. See, what's great about this telemetry is it also tell you when they're low on fuel, so then we can get an idea of when they want to pit. But because the telemetry is bugged, issues. Rather unfortunate. There's a lot of information there. Scrappinator, thanks for the follow, my friend. Appreciate you being here. We are seeing a strategic battle here at Nürburgring. We know there's going to be a shootout at the end because these cars are staying too close together to not see that sort of a battle. And then it's any man's game. There was an issue. Yes! Looked like Speed 99 Max had a serious issue in turn 1. At least a half spin. Not good. That's going to do some big problems to his tires. Look at him. He's still trying to get himself sorted after that. But he's lost the leaders now. All that time that he had gained by turning in those quick laps, it's all gone. They're going down through the next corner, and here he is. So definitely not what he wanted to see there. Big mistake. But it's still early. We are not even to the halfway mark yet. Quickest car on the track, but not by much. Tag lowered his fastest time as well, 138.3. Both of those front cars in the 138.3s. And they both run them on the last lap of this race. So they're still trying to push. Let's see if I can hop out of spectator mode and get fresh. See if that takes care of the bugs. Don't think it did. Ooh, we got a car in the pits. The leader. Tag McLaren in the pits relinquishes the lead. Easy for me to say. Here comes Speed 99 Max. So we are lap 17 of 41. Wow. I really got to say, I think this is earlier than what he wanted. If we are of that mindset where we are looking at a one-stop strategy, you don't pit on lap 17. Unless he started this race on a softer tire and plans to finish on a harder tire. You have that option as well. You've got soft, mediums, and hards. Wow. We said this was a chess game. High stakes. Lil Man, thanks for the follow. Happy you could join us here. Not the typical NASCAR on Friday nights, but we are having fun. Like we said, it is a chess game. And the first big play was just made. Did Tag McLaren sacrifice a little too much trying to stay in front of this field? Does Nile Plus Ultra have plenty of tires left? I think he's going to try to turn in some quick laps here. Let's see what he's got, and it's going to be real interesting to see if he dives into the pits here. What is his response to that play by Tag McLaren? He's not pitting right now. So as far as Nile Plus Ultra is concerned, that was an early stop for Tag McLaren. Working at the track. That's Darlington, right? Scrappinator, friend with Krobs. Well, let's take a look at Krobs while we're thinking about him. Sitting in 5th. He's got the leader behind him now. Not sure how. Well, he's got a pretty good gap there on the leader. Very consistent laps from Krobs right now. He'd like to be going a little quicker, but he is hanging in this race in 5th. Plenty of issues we've seen so far. Any of those disconnects, couple spins, lots of excitement. We're looking at the times too. Nile Plus Ultra ran a 138.6. I want to see what Krobs is able to do on those tires that he picked up too. Did he go to a harder compound? Is he going to try to push a little harder now? Just ran a 229, so that was his out lap from the pits. But we're going to have to see what these other guys do. What is Krobs going to do? What's his thought process here? You got to pit. It's mandatory to pit at least once. But when do you do it? How much do you save? Been around it about 4 times today. No Darlington stripes though, right? Probably that's probably frowned upon. Little man is security there at the Darlington Speedway. So let's see here. Nile Plus Ultra in the pits relinquishes the lead to Speed 99 Max. So he went 2 laps longer. This is interesting. This is very interesting. We felt like Tag pitted a little too early. But Nile Plus Ultra was only able to go 2 more laps. So he relinquishes the lead to Speed 99 Max, who had that half spin. So he had a lot of time between himself and the leaders. But has he saved his tires more? Is it possible that he is now in the catbird seat because these guys had to pit before the halfway mark? If you're going for a one-stop, you want to get to that halfway mark. And some people even want to go a little farther than halfway so that they get their tires out of the way. You know, they get those tires wore down a little bit. Maybe they conserve in the first stint, and then that final stint where you know you're going to have to race, you're going to want more tire there at the end. So you conserve more in the first stint. Once you put on those fresh tires, that's when you go get it. That's the end of the race. You're going to need that speed. So if you pit before halfway, you might not have those tires there at the end of the race to do the racing you need to do. Here comes Speed 99 Max. Lap 19, he's going to click off 20 through the pits here. Still not quite halfway. So his thought process is, well, these guys can run quicker laps than me. I don't want to give up too much time to their fresh tires. But if you look what happened. You want to talk about pitting too early or too late? Nile Plus Ultra hopped Tag McLaren in the pits. Your points leader, once these pit stops cycle, should come out as the leader of this race. The fastest car on the track, Tag McLaren, is now sitting 1 spot back than he really wanted to be. That was a 141 from Tag McLaren. Nile Plus Ultra was on his outlap, so a 230. Wow, this is going to get hot real quick. This is going to get hot real quick. These two cars battling it out. Tag McLaren, since his pit stop, has not run a time under 1 minute 40 seconds. So I got to tell you, I think that says medium tire compound right there. I think he's doing medium tire compound. This lap will tell because now there's pressure. Now the pressure is on. Nile Plus Ultra is out front. Tag McLaren does not want to let him set the pace. He needs to get around. So we're going to see how much speed is in that Tag McLaren right there. But he might be on the medium tires. He might not have the speed to get down into the 38s like he's been running. This is the chess game. This is what makes it exciting. Do we have a track map? So you can see there, Speed 99X, not too far back from those leaders. But this is very much a two-man race right now, with the possibility of a third man in Speed 99X getting back up there and spoiling this thing. You see him going through the chicane. These guys through the final corner, still very close. And we know Speed 99X has fresher tires than both of these. No, Scrappinator. We typically, Friday night is a NASCAR night. We do NASCAR Heat Evolution. I race with the PRL, and I also announce for the ERL. So I do a little bit of both. We have a little fun doing some announcing, but typically we are racing. I'll have my wheel out, and I'll be racing with the PRL. It just so happens that the PRL, both NASCAR and Project Car seasons, are on break. We start the new PRL season next Tuesday. And then the preseason race, actually that's preseason race. Both preseason races are next week. I think that's wrong. I think the Project Cars preseason race is next Tuesday, and then we've got a next Friday off, and then the NASCAR preseason race is next Friday, is the Friday after that. So we're actually off season, so now I am able to call these races for the Elite Racing League with no other commitments. So that's kind of what we're doing. But yes, we do NASCAR, we do Project Cars. I own Dirt Rally. I do not do Dirt Rally. I'm not a huge fan of that game. You'll see a little Destiny on here, anything like that. So, ooh, a little bit wide there from Tag McLaren. Don't think he invalidated that lap. We know that they kind of run on a self-policing method. Tag McLaren still not under 1 minute 40 seconds after that pit stop. Until now, just now, 1 minute 39.6, even with that mistake. So that was probably a 138 lap, but he wasn't able to put it through. Nile Plus Ultra did and created a gap there. Speed 99, still trying to catch these boys. He's on a 1 minute 39.4 right now. So we're going to see exactly how this shakes out. But it is very interesting that the first round of pit stops are over. Nile Plus Ultra, the big winner from those pit stops, coming out in the lead. No. Most of what we do is racing, Scrappinator. But we do have a little fun with the announcing. We did the Project Cars Formula C Championship on Tuesday night for the Elite Racing League, and oh my gosh, it was fantastic. We had side-by-side action. It was Imola. They in the Formula C they run two races. They run one race, which the start is set off a qualifying time, and then the second race is a full invert of the finishing order from the first race. Created a ton of excitement, shorter races than what you see here in the IndyCars, and it was amazing. I would recommend anybody that didn't see Tuesday night's race go back to the other broadcast after we're done here and check that out, because it was a ton of excitement. I got a highlight video that's up as well. Ooh, who is that is off the track there? Is that Senna? It is Senna. Senna has spun in the final corner, trying to get turned around without affecting the leaders there. Must have been, I don't know if he was trying to get into the pits or what, but he is now entering the pits one lap down. The leader, Nile Plus Ultra, is coming up into lap traffic. He's got Dirtier Dancer right there in front. Going to be interesting to see how he approaches that. All right, see you, little man. But yeah, I would recommend going back to that Tuesday night broadcast and checking that out as well, because we had a lot of fun on that. But yeah, typically on this channel we race with a little bit of announcing. I am gearing up for the short track season here in Indiana. I'm the track announcer for Little Route 44 Speedway in Indiana. Oh! Contact with the leader! No! Oh no! Lap traffic! Contact with the leader has changed this race. I think we're going to call a yellow here.
Daddy, what's going on
Tag McLaren gave him a huge break.
there?
These cars aren't slowing down, though. What is going on here? Did Tag really just cut him slack on that? We know we've got everything glitched out right now, so you might not be able to see damage. But is there damage to the front wing on that car is the question. 19 laps remaining. Contact with the lap car has adjusted Nile Plus Ultra's race, and he's got a pit. The caution is out. I think their yellow is out on this race, and Nile Plus Ultra has to pit to fix that front wing. Oh my goodness, the entire complexion of the race has changed. The whole race has changed. Speed 99 Max is ecstatic. Now the gap has closed, and he has a shot at the leader. Wow. Going to be real interesting to see how this shakes out. Ooh, Tag McLaren has spun. What is that? We believe we're under yellow. I don't have race control in my ear. We've had some trouble with Discord tonight. Even if you're under yellow, I think you still lose your position if you spin. So, unbelievable. Look at this race. I mean, in one lap, the entire race has changed. Now, as we sit, with 18 laps remaining, Speed 99 Max has taken the lead. Nile Plus Ultra, your points leader, after contact with Dirtier Dancer, had to pit to change his front wing. Pitted under yellow, changing the front wing, and Tag McLaren, who inherited the lead, spins under yellow, giving Speed 99 Max control of this race. Can it get any crazier? So now Chaos Spun has moved himself into the podium position. Relax Me, licking his chops there in fourth, waiting for this restart. All kinds of things possible. And Nile Plus Ultra, the sickest man in this race, is now fifth with 4 cars ahead of him. Unbelievable. And I'm sure Dirtier Dancer is just beside himself. You don't want to get in the way of the leaders. It doesn't matter what's going on. If you're racing for position and the leaders are racing for position, you never want that to happen. So he's just as sick as Nile Plus Ultra, but still, I'm amazed at how much this race has changed. Relax Me hitting the pits. Looks like Dirtier Dancer is in as well. Krobs is going to hit the pits here. So we're still under yellow. And these guys are going to get some new tires and see if they can get some quicker laps out of them. At this point, why not? You're going to come out fifth at the worst because Senna is a lap down. So is Dirtier Dancer. So why not? What, buddy? Okay. Do you know anyone looking to maybe announce for R Factor? I'm not sure. So you do R Factor races and you need an announcer? Is that what you're saying? R Factor 2? Yeah. I actually don't have a PC. That's going to be a thing here coming in the future because the whole goal is to eventually start doing some iRacing on this channel, getting ready for that dirt release. That's what I did in my career, so we want to be able to do that on iRacing as well. Yeah, Nihilus is going to need the softs now. We thought that Tag McLaren was on hards, or the mediums at least. We're going to find out. So Nile is sitting fourth now. We saw a couple of guys decide to take that pit stop. I mean, it's not a death blow for your points leader, but we've seen passing has been very, very tough so far tonight. You don't want to have to get around 3 cars to get that spot back. You were in control of the race, and that control was more or less taken from you. So he's extremely disappointed right now, I'm sure. But it's still there. Even fourth as the points leader is something that you'll take. But Relax Me has a set of fresh tires right there behind him, and he's thinking, well, let's make a move on the start, get in front of him, and all of a sudden I'm making points in the championship. Meanwhile, Speed 99 Max, the luckiest man in America right now, he's loving it. He's loving it. Why not? Sorry, Canada. Speed 99 Max is British Columbia. Should be going green this time. I think you'll see these boys speed up here. Yep. Green is out. A little bit of a pass for position. Got somebody on the inside of Tag McLaren there. And Nile Plus Ultra on the outside. They were 3 wide for a moment. That is Chaos Spun, who has jumped Tag McLaren. You got two cars side by side. Look at that! Oh my goodness! That is Relax Me, who has been able to jump both Tag McLaren and Nile Plus Ultra. Not sure what the deal is there with Tag McLaren. If he's on those mediums, maybe it's those tires, cold tires. And we've had contact at the front. Contact at the front. Speed 99 Max made contact with Chaos Spun and has lost the lead from 5th. Relax Me now in control of this race. And there is a yellow on the course. That was a multi-car accident. They have gone yellow. What is happening? What is happening? Oh my goodness. We saw a terrible start, and you see now they're going to have cars getting their lap back. Everybody's going to be on the lead lap now. We got Dirtier Dancer and Senna getting the lucky dog there. But that restart, my goodness, they were 3 wide going into turn 1. Tag McLaren had a terrible start. Not sure if it was those cold tires or what, but had a terrible start. Dropped back. Chaos Spun, the big mover, went for the lead on Speed 99 Max, made contact, and now Relax Me has taken the lead of this race. From 5th. From 5th. Jacob, this is the Elite Racing League. They run Friday night IndyCar and NASCAR Heat Evolution. They run Formula 1 2016 on Sundays. Looks like we got one card making the pit stop, Nile Plus Ultra. We saw contact with him and Tag McLaren, so he might have another front wing that he wants to put on that car. They run F1 2016 on Sundays, and they run Project Cars Formula C on Tuesday nights. Hey, War Dude, how's it going? Scrappinator says R Factor 2 is going to be a better platform. We're not looking into announcing, but we consider it far more public exposure. Yeah. That's kind of the idea. You know, I like to do this because I like to share the various leagues that run in the NASCAR community. The Elite Racing League is one of the biggest leagues that run NASCAR Heat Evolution on PS4. Like PRL, you know, they have, 20 plus entries every week. It's just a matter on how many people get to show up. But these big leagues, it's important for the community to support them, and it's good that the various leagues can get together and work together as well, because it's entirely possible for a guy to be looking for a Sunday night league and decide that he can do both. So it's we try to stick together is basically the idea. It all started with the Battle at Bristol community event that we did. Was how I got in contact with the Elite Racing League and started doing these races for them, and it's just blossomed into bigger relationships and probably more opportunities to race together in the future. So definitely a good league. You can see the kind of action that you get with the Elite Racing League. We saw plenty of action on Tuesday night, plenty of action here tonight, although of a different sort. The chess game has thrown a few wrenches at the pieces on the board, let's put it that way. Unbelievable. If you're just joining, this race went green for the first 23 laps, I think it was, when the leader, Nile Plus Ultra, made contact with the lap car, damaged his front wing. Yellow came out with Tag McLaren in the lead and Nile Plus Ultra in second. Tag McLaren spins under yellow, giving Speed 99 Max the lead. The restart, all hell broke loose. Chaos Spun made the jump, went to make a pass on Speed 99 Max. Those two made contact. Relax Me, who restarted 5th, ended up in the lead, and now he's restarting this race. 14 laps to go. Relax Me in the lead, but here comes Speed 99 Max. He wants that lead back on the inside, going into turn 1. Contact between the cars again! The top 3! All making contact. Relax Me holding the lead, but he's spinning! Oh my goodness. Speed 99 Max now with the lead. Ooh, I thought we were going to see some retaliation there from Relax Me. He's clearly not happy with that contact, and he's trying to push oh my gosh, Nile Plus Ultra got in some contact there as well. He had moved his way up to third, and now, after some contact, is back to sixth. But let's get back up to the front. Relax Me was not happy with that contact with Speed 99 Max. He's pushing him hard now. We might see these two cars really giving it to each other. He dives to the inside and makes the pass stick. Looked like Speed 99 Max was going to try to lift to get that dive back under the car. He was expecting retaliation, but that dive ended up being kept by Relax Me, who was able to make that pass stick and is now trying to distance himself from Speed 99 Max, but it's not happening. There will be no distance. These two cars fighting it out. Probably some damage on both of those cars, which is going to give Chaos Spun his chance. Sitting in third right now. A little bit of a gap opened up there before the chicane. And now Speed 99 Max with a little bit of a slipstream has a shot. Ooh, a blocking maneuver there. Speed 99 come off of that corner. Not sure if he was a little loose, but Chaos was trying to make a move, and he was able to shut him down for now. Right now, another big winner of all the contact happening, Krobs, who was running sixth. The contact between Nile Plus Ultra and Tag McLaren opened the door. He got around both of those cars. Ooh, we got some passing going on here. Chaos Spun took a look. Unable to make it work. Nile Plus Ultra sitting in fifth. The man who was leading and controlling this race. Now only with the top five. This is your points leader right here. The Elite Racing League IndyCar points leader. Sitting in fifth. All kinds of contact have taken him out of contention for this win. And he's going to want to get up there and get to racing with Krobs, who has now caught Speed 99 Max. Looks like Chaos Spun has moved himself into second place. Clearly some damage there for Speed 99 Max. He's had multiple big contact with other cars. Plenty of shunts tonight. There's damage on that car, and it is costing him some performance right now. He was very quick. Still has the quickest lap of this race. But he's not going to be able to run it here. Look at that damage causing that little bit of a slip there through the chicane, opening the door for Krobs, who is sitting on the podium now. Was not the quickest car in this race. Has a lap time that is 2 seconds slower than the fastest lap in this race, but is sitting third, looking at a podium finish tonight. Because of all the craziness. We talked about the chess match. You don't have to be the fastest car to win when you're talking about a 40-lap race where you've got to manage tires. And clearly, if you keep your nose clean, if you stay out of trouble, like Mr. Krobs here, all of a sudden, you can be sitting looking at a podium finish. Krobs from Illinois, the Fighting Illini, has been fighting his way through this field and is now trying to chase down second place. Speed 99 Max falling back into the clutches of Nile Plus Ultra. Nile running that wider line, trying to get a run here. Check a look at the track map. The gap between first and second is pretty wide. This is the race on the track for position right now. We know how fast Nile Plus Ultra is. But he's got to get around these cars if he wants to have a shot of catching the leaders. Yeah, that everybody knew the restart was where it was at, K-Dog. You had to make your move on the restart there to have a shot going in. Ooh, there's a dive bomb there from Nile Plus Ultra. Looks like he kind of pulled out of that. We know they don't have the corner cuts on. That's going to invalidate that lap, but because he knew there was going to be contact, he actually aborted that maneuver and is not going to be penalized for that little bit of grass action. He's going to look to the inside again, though. Speed 99 Max with that damage. Ooh, a little bit of contact. That's going to ruin the front wing of Nile Plus Ultra. And here comes Tag McLaren. Wow, what a rough race for Nile. Very, very rough race. You can see those tires locking up there. He's having to do a little more braking now that he's got front wing damage. This is his third front wing of the race. We've seen him with a commanding lead come up on lap traffic and have his race basically ruined. I don't want to say it was the lap car's fault, but anytime you're coming up on lap traffic, there is that danger, and that danger struck tonight for Nile Plus Ultra. A lot of problems with that car right now, and Tag McLaren is looking to pounce and take advantage. I'm sure Tag's got some damage, though, as well, because he's nowhere near as fast as he was at the start of this race. A lot of cars fighting that damage bug right now. This is your closest battle, but we are seeing the gap from first to second start to shrink. Oh, there it is again. Nile Plus Ultra with a spin through the chicane. Let's see if he dives to the pits here. Yeah, he's going to want to get in the pits and try to get a front wing. He's going to hope for a yellow late in this race to catch him up, but he can't continue where he's at. No real danger of losing any positions, nothing to lose. So he's going to hope to see a yellow to allow this field to close back up. Krob's still third. He's running quicker lap times now. He's down to 139.4. Krob's is pushing. You know, he was down in sixth, has made it to the podium. Krob's is like, hell with it. Let's go for it. Let's see if we can win this damn thing. We have not seen the last of the Fighting Illini here tonight. 10 laps remaining and everything to play for. So let's move forward back to your leader, Relax Me, who is now down 138.9. But the gap to second place is shrinking. Chaos Spun is running faster laps. In fact, he's 0.6 quicker in the second sector of this lap alone. This race is going to get exciting very quick, like it hasn't already, but it's going to get even more exciting for the lead. A little bit of a corner cut there from your second place Chaos Spun. He's going to give a little bit of that time back. We know that the ERL does self-policing on that, so you don't want to see much of that for sure. I would imagine that Chad Baseball is watching the stream to try and keep track of this. We know he's the guy that runs this league and had a disconnection, the winningest racer in ERL history, who's won over 25 races for sure. But Relax Me, trying to get settled in here. We know he pitted under that yellow, so he's got fairly fresh tires, but he's not quite as quick as Chaos Spun right now. K-Dog saying watching the broadcast has got him excited for playing Project Cars again. Yeah, we got the season coming up. It's going to be a lot of fun. There's a lot of possibilities in Project Cars. You get these long races. You got people turning quick laps, people turning slow laps that can save tires. I mean, it's just all kinds of possibilities. But we have seen some great racing action from the ERL this week. Appreciate everybody joining us tonight. We are in the off season, so it's a little different. Instead of doing racing ourselves, we're watching racing, but we're still just as entertained as ever. Look at this battle. They're closing up now. We're going to see a race for the lead very, very soon. Krobs is still back there trying to close the gap. Not quite as quick as these two cars here, but he's going quicker than he has the whole race. Speed 99 Max in fourth. Looks like Nile Plus Ultra, after his pit stop, has been able to get around Tag McLaren, so clearly Tag must have hit the pits as well. And now Dirtier Dancer and Senna are breathing down their necks. So the possibility of more positions lost is there. Are you singing on the broadcast? Is that what you're doing? Looked like Chaos Spun must have had a little bit of an issue there because he's lost a lot of ground to Relax Me. A lot of ground. He has fallen back into the clutches of Krobs at this point. You need to get down because you are hitting the desk and making everything shake. Yeah. You can see there, Chaos Spun's last lap did not even register because there was clearly some sort of off-track incident. Whole lot of time lost. I hate to see that because that race was getting real close. Still 8 laps left, though. Anything's possible. The thing now with Relax Me, he's going to relax. He's got a lead now. So he's got a lead that he can manage. Timing and scoring is broken right now. But you can see the second place car is coming off the final corner. He's given up 0.6 seconds from his fastest lap on that lap. So he's going to start backing it off a little bit to save those tires. He's going to use that lead. He's going to try to sustain that gap. But if he loses time, it's not a huge deal because he's got time to give. But that's a dangerous game to play. We always talk about the leaders. When they start backing off a little bit, you can see some serious issues. You can see them start to make mistakes. They're not in the normal rhythm. You can also have issues by giving up too much time. And then all of a sudden you put yourself under pressure. But you don't necessarily want to go out there and just try to run as quick as lap as possible because then you have the chance of a slip up causing big problems as well. But there's 7 laps remaining in this race. And Chaos Spun is turning the fastest laps he possibly can to catch Relax Me. And he is catching him. Those 2 cars were nose to tail before Chaos Spun had some sort of an incident and lost a lot of time. But he is closing that gap once again. This race is not over. And we hope that these cars have enough fuel in the tank to make it to the finish. I think we do. But you never know. Like I said, I appreciate everybody stopping in tonight, watching this wonderful race, this Elite Racing League Round 7 at Nürburgring. It has been a fun one. You see a little bit of lock up there in that corner for Relax Me. That right front was locked up. He is still trying to get everything he can out of it. But you want to make sure that you don't cook those tires. Rossi Dow, thanks for the follow, my friend. Glad you could join us. You are crazy. You're a crazy kid. I appreciate everybody stopping in. I appreciate all the follows very much. This is not normal for us. We don't do a whole lot of announcing, but since our PRL racing seasons are on break right now, we don't get started up for another week. Next week is the Project Cars preseason race, and the week after that is the NASCAR Heat Evolution preseason race. So we don't start racing ourselves for another couple weeks, and we wanted to get in here and watch some of these amazing ERL races, and we have been definitely treated to some excited racing. So you do typically see us racing ourselves on Project Cars on Tuesday nights. Friday nights are NASCAR Heat Evolution nights. Thought about doing some NASCAR racing after this race, but I might skip that because my wife is sick, so I might have to do the responsible thing. But, hell, you never know, I guess. But right now, we are focused on this race. Relax Me, trying to manage the gap here. Chaos Spun. running as quickly as he possibly can to make up the difference. Krobs, who did not have the fastest car, who was sitting in 6th before all the carnage started, is now on the podium, looking at a very good race. And should there be any sort of issues with the front two, he is in position to come away with a very big upsetting win. Very good night for Krobs tonight. But we've got to see if Chaos Spun is able to close this gap. This is the race right now. We saw him making up some time, but it looks like the gap has kind of stabilized, maybe even grown a touch. Relax Me is doing everything right now. I don't want to say grown. It's definitely not grown. Stabilized for sure. So he's doing all the right things. The pressure is definitely not getting to Relax Me, which makes sense considering the name. A little farther back in the field, let's go check in with our points leader, Nile Plus Ultra. Was firmly in control of this race after a great pit stop. Strategy was going good, and contact with the lap car cost him. Very unfortunate night for Nile Plus Ultra. Even had a couple good restarts and multiple contact with other cars. Messed his restarts up as well. So just nothing has gone his way tonight, even with that quick race car. Tag McLaren, who was a second faster than everybody in qualifying and led the early part of this race. Another guy who's just had a very, very unfortunate race. Not quite as unfortunate as Chad Baseball, who disconnected, but both of those cars have shown a lot of speed. And here we go. Speaking of speed, Speed 99 Max is in the pits. Looks like that damage finally got the best of him, or maybe it's been too long since those tires got changed, but he decided to poke his nose in the pits and is going to come out at least 7th. Looking like we might have a little bit of a race down into turn 1 for 7th place. Dirtier Dancer there on the outside. Speed 99 Max is going to come out in front, but those cold tires, you got to watch that. Let's get back up to the front, though. We don't want to miss anything up here. Let's see where our gap is. It is closed. Those cars are getting closer. Question is, are those tires on the Relax Me machine wearing out, or is he just managing that gap? You're looking at a 1.5, 2 second lead probably. So, is he just managing that gap to make sure that he doesn't have any big mistakes? 3 laps remaining in this race. Plenty of time for Chaos Spun to catch the lead car and make a move. Relax Me can afford no mistakes. Absolutely zero. One slip and Chaos Spun will be right on him. He may not be feeling the pressure, but the pressure is building right now. That was not a very good section right there. He was not tight to the inside of the corner. Clearly those tires are giving out on the Relax Me car, and Chaos Spun is closing the gap. He is now close enough to start getting that draft. The slipstream effect is going to allow him to close. This is the best part of the track to get that to. Chaos Spun's going to dive hard down here into this chicane. Try to close as much time as he possibly can. Sector 2 was terrible for Relax Me.
Daddy!
What?
I found it!
1.4 seconds lost in the second sector for Relax Me. What happened to Chaos Spun? He's in the pits! He's in the pits! Was he out of fuel? 2 laps remain. Chaos Spun out of fuel. Hey, Mouse, how's it going, man? We are watching a wild race unfold. I cannot believe that. Chaos Spun had to make a late pit stop from second place. And now Relax Me has no issues. We know he pitted. As long as that fuel strategy was there, he's got no problems. This man started 5th on the first restart. Has no business to be in the lead, but has taken advantage of every mistake that his competitors have offered up and is now comfortably in control of this race. And Krobs, who was in the 1 minute 40-second bracket until midway through this race, has worked his way up to second. The Fighting Illini, doing all of Illinois proud. Let's get back up here to the leader. Make sure there's not another crazy thing going to happen here. I don't know if he's saving fuel or what, but he's definitely taking it really easy. Just an amazing race. An amazing race. And now look at this. Look at your points leader. Sitting in 3rd. After all the issues he's had. The quickest car on the track. And the points leader is back on the podium. He's got 5 podiums this year. This is why this man is your points leader. Clearly in control of this race. Contact with the lap car took him out. Multiple incidents on the restarts. And now he's on the podium. But Relax Me, out here, pacing the final lap of this race, is staring down his 3rd win of the season. And remember, he's only 6 points out from Nile Plus Ultra's points lead. So Relax Me has done everything that he wanted to do coming into this race. Round 7. After this, we've only got 3 races left, and he is going to make up at least 2 points on Nile Plus Ultra and put himself in a really good position in this championship fight. This guy started in 7th place. Has missed all the carnage, has managed his tires correctly, and Relax Me as 1 corner away from taking race 7 here at Nürburgring. They call the winners Ringmeisters, and clearly Relax Me has proven that tonight, taking the victory in the Elite Racing League IndyCar Series. Just a fantastic drive. There's no doubt about it. Had no business winning that race. Krobs, no business finishing second, finding that podium. And Nile Plus Ultra hit everything on the track but the pace car. And they didn't have a pace car, so he couldn't hit it. But here he is, podium. Just fantastic performances from all those guys. Chaos Spun recovers for 4th. Really unfortunate we didn't see the battle between Chaos Spun and Relax Me there. I was really, really hoping that car had enough fuel in the tank. Tag McLaren, your pole sitter. Really, really frustrating race for him, I'm sure. He comes home 5th. Speed 99 Max is going to be sitting in 6th place as long as nothing goes wrong here. Yeah, Krobs did you proud tonight, Scrappinator. Krobs did you proud. Kyle picked Relax Me, so he's the winner. Okay, buddy. Dirtier Dancer getting ready to finish this race. Looks like Senna has quit to the pit, so he's shown ahead of him. But Dirtier Dancer will move up to that 7th position, and Senna will be scored 9th. And I got a top 10. What a crazy race. Absolutely crazy race. Relax Me, just fantastic job. Starting 7th, working his way through the field, missing all of the carnage, and coming away with his 3rd win of the ERL IndyCar Series. Yep, Lee Izzle picked Chad Baseball, who didn't have a chance to go through all of this titanic carnage that we saw here tonight. Krabs, just got to have congratulations to him. He didn't have the fastest car, but he got it home at the second step of the podium. Fantastic. And even the points leader, recovering from what he went through tonight, third place is a good finish. It's a good finish. He wanted to win. It didn't work out, but he'll take a podium. That's why he's the points leader. He'll leave this race as the points leader. That's what you got to do. If you want to win these season-long championships, even when it's not your night, you've got to be there at the end. And he was able to do that. Fantastic job. The top three, fantastic jobs all around. Really. This race threw a ton of adversity at them. And they were able to take that adversity, roll it up in a tight little ball, toss it aside, and create opportunity. And that's not an easy thing to do. A guy like Tag McLaren, who went into turn one as the leader and led most, let's see, what did he lead? Up to the 17th lap? You know, that adversity came and he wasn't able to overcome. Fantastic racer, Tag McLaren, plenty quick, could have had a shot at this race, and it didn't work out. That's why the ability to react and adapt and take advantage of every incident in the race is so valued. And that's what Relax Me did here tonight and is coming away with his third win of the year. Just a fantastic job. And another exciting ERL race that we've seen here tonight. I don't know if they top Tuesday, but still a really good, exciting race, and unpredictable at that. That's the main thing. Very, very unpredictable. So, I mean, really fantastic. Actually, I want to see if we can get Relax Me in here. Maybe we can get him with an interview. I'm not sure if I'm friends with him, surprisingly. So hold on here. I know you got blue screen, but I'm going to make a friend real quick. All right. So the invite's out. We're going to hop out of here. We'll see if we can get him to join us. While we're waiting, I want to thank everybody for joining, stopping in. Thanks for all the follows. I appreciate that. Plenty of racing action that you see here with the ERL and, of course, the PRL, which we normally would be doing here on Friday nights. There he is. Relax Me, your winner from deep in the pack. How's it going, my friend? Right, yeah, we saw that. Okay, so CJ's saying we can't hear you. You want to go in the party chat here? Yeah, go to party settings and then allow your voice to be shared. Hit always allow on that, and that'll allow everybody to hear you. You didn't hear him there. Hopefully you can hear him now. But what he was saying was that he was very lucky, and sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. But I've got to say, with all the carnage that you had going on in front of you, especially on those two restarts in the middle of the race, that was a little more than luck, my friend.
Yeah, the second restart, I got two cars in front of me hit, and I was able to avoid it. But like I said before, what won me the race was on that second caution. I came in just to refuel and get some tires, hoping that I could make it to the end. and that's exactly what happened.
How
Chaos
close?
Punk's he was going to run out of gas, so he had to pit the last, I think, second last lap.
Right.
But he was much faster than I was.
How close on fuel were you there at the end?
Oh, I had plenty of fuel because I pitted with, I think, 27 laps. I was in the pits, so I had
Right.
plenty of fuel.
Yeah, because you restarted, what was it, fifth? Restarted fifth on that one there, and then was able to make the
No,
jump through the field?
yeah, I was in seventh place when I came out of the pits, I believe, and I passed a couple of guys right off the bat,
Right.
and then there was another incident, and that put me up in the front.
So what do you think was going to happen there if Chaos Spun hadn't run out of fuel? We saw him closing the gap. We were wondering if you
Yeah.
were trying to manage that gap, or if your tires were giving out and he was just quicker. You think you could have held him off
No,
had he had enough fuel?
I don't think so. No, my front tires were starting to wear, and he was definitely faster than I was. Like I said, I was just lucky.
Well, like you said, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. And from starting, what was it, seventh? Was that your starting position? Am I right in remembering?
I started sixth.
Sixth, okay. So coming from
Sixth.
sixth and coming away with a win. Of course, this is your third win of the ERL IndyCar season. So I mean, you're
Yeah,
doing
correct.
quite well. You hit Monza and Brands Hatch before this one, so you can add
Right,
Nürburgring. You can add Ringmeister to your resume now.
right,
Uh,
right.
and also with Nile Plus Ultra having all the issues that he had, you're going to gain some points in that points battle as well. You went in 6 points back,
Yeah.
and now you have closed that gap. So you got 3 races remaining. What do you think are your chances in this championship fight?
Well, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to miss one race in 2 weeks. I have to take my mother to the Mayo Clinic for some heart surgery, so I'll be missing one race, and I'll get last place points, I believe.
Right.
So,
Well,
or I think maybe I can't even remember how many points, but yeah, I'm gonna lose it.
well,
But
some things are a little
life is
more
more important.
important, right? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's a game. I try my hardest.
Hey, you never know. With 3 races remaining, if Nile Plus Ultra has a disconnect or anything like that, that
Yeah,
might
yeah.
even things
Anything can
out as
happen.
well. So anything can
Sure,
happen here
anything
when
can happen.
you're racing here, especially
Yeah.
in the ERL. We saw tonight that anything could happen. It looked,
Oh
but
yeah.
that race was turned on its head, I think 3 or 4 different times. But
Oh
that
yeah,
no
definitely.
matter what, no matter what, you can say that you were the man that came out on top, and I got to congratulate you. That was a fantastic race, and you
Well,
may
thank,
attribute it to
thank,
luck, but we know that there's quite a bit of skill in there as well.
well, thanks, game. But I think there should be an asterisk after this win. It was basically pit strategy that won it.
Right.
You
But
know.
definitely, congratulations, man. Good race out there, and we can't wait to
Well,
see you back. Probably, we'll probably be covering this next week, so we'll see if you can come out of here and maybe do 2 in a row.
appreciate what you're doing for us. It's pretty cool, and I know you did the Formula C race, and that was really wild.
Woo! I tell you, I
That was
didn't.
probably one of the best races ever.
Yeah, I didn't think you guys could top it, and I don't know that the side by side action was topped, but it was definitely just as wild with all the contact and things that we saw tonight. So that was
Yeah, it
a whole lot of
got a
fun.
little hairy at the end there. Yeah.
But it is
Appreciate
truly my pleasure to be able to call these races because it's always exciting. I know the Twitch chat was talking about every single time something would happen. It's like, oh my gosh, wow, you never knew what was coming next. So it
Yeah,
was
well,
definitely
that's the
fantastic.
thing with racing. Anything can happen. You
Yep.
make one mistake and boom, done.
Yep. But you came out on top, so congratulations once again, and we'll definitely look forward to seeing you next week and seeing if you can come away with another win.
Thanks, game. Appreciate it.
All right, man. We'll see you.
All right, take care. Good luck to you, man.
Thank you. So that was Relax Me, your winner tonight, round 7 in the Elite Racing League IndyCar Series. A fantastic race that we saw here tonight, and plenty of excitement to go around. We saw the race, like we said, turned on its head multiple times. Lots of different guys got up there leading laps, lots of guys bouncing around, plenty of contact, plenty of side-by-side racing action. Just amazing, amazing stuff. But I want to thank everybody for joining. I'm at least going to sign off right now. You might see me back later in the evening for some NASCAR Heat Evolution racing. We'll see how that goes. But for right now, I am going to say goodbye. The next time you'll see some Project Cars action will be Tuesday night. We'll be covering the ERL Project Cars Formula C League. And you'll probably see a little bit more of me this weekend. You might see some, like I said, NASCAR tonight or even tomorrow, possibly some Destiny as well. And then we have the ESL tournament on Sunday, which I'm actually not able to stream because I race now that we've joined up with ACR Esports. I race with a different PSN name, so I can't link that to my Twitch. But we will be doing that. That's Road America on Sunday, still trying to qualify for the new multi-class championship that they have going on. So you will see that. Hey, Brian, just joining us here at the end, man. We're getting ready to sign off here. But you might see me later on in some NASCAR, and we will definitely catch you sometime this weekend, and you will see more Elite Racing League action next week. And you've already seen there's plenty of reasons to watch because it is never-ending excitement. So thanks for joining. Thank you for the follows. If you have not followed yet, please do hit those notifications, turn them on so you know when we start streaming. We got plenty of racing here to come, plenty of fun. Love chatting with you guys. So, like I said, thanks for joining, and I hope to see you very, very soon as well. So, thanks everybody, and I will catch you next time. Let's go ahead though before we go ahead and sign her out. Let's see who else is going. I like to get over here and host some other people and hop into their chat and say, hey, the Job's crew is coming over to hang out with them. Nobody really doing any racing, so let's look at see who's doing Project Cars. We got the Ministry of Speed. We saw them last night. Let's back it down here. We got Dog First doing some racing at Laguna Seca. Looks like that's LMP1, maybe LMP2. So we're going to go hang out with him for a second. So we're just going to host him. Everybody hop into his chat, say what's up, let him know that the Job's crew's hanging out. And maybe, just maybe, we'll be back a little later. Yeah, I will. I'll let you know, CJ, if we're going to be doing some NASCAR racing a little later. So see you guys. Thanks for joining, and I will catch you next time.